Now let's jump into our life. I had this like queued in the background the entire time. Let's see, is the audio good? Perfect, perfect. So, the last time we tried to play this, it kept freezing. It kept freezing, and we couldn't actually like play a decent chunk of it. So we're gonna start from like the first episodes, like, oh, no, please don't freeze on me, man. Please don't freeze on me. Wait, let me load in. Because like we played it from here, but like my thing, my OBS kept like glitching in and out, and it was so annoying. So we're gonna start a bit from. Ooh, we're gonna start over here, I think. Okay. I think the only thing I hate is my computer's so effing slow. Bro, I've been signing up for, what's it called? I've been signing up for, like a bunch of raffles because I really want to get like a free PC. I really want to get a free PC. So I've been signing up to a bunch of PC raffles because I'm like, it would be nice. It would be nice if, you know, a lucky, what's it called? A PC just happened to fall to my victories or whatever. Let's see, teamworking, praising, accepting, or is it doting? Okay. So this is the things that she feels about me. So we're gonna be friends. And okay, let's see. Okay, we're gonna work together. Praising is you go out of your way to casually or potentially flirtatiously compliment the other person. Well, I think Tamarack, yes. I think she's really cute, so she needs all the praising. And let's see, what's accepting? You tend to see the other person as the same level of yourself. Yes, this is good. Everything's good. Okay, now let's finally play. Oh, my back. I need to stretch my back. I don't know, man. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I've been a bit slacking on the gym because I'm like, I just been like so thinking too much and stuff. So like, I need to get back to the gym once everything's over. Okay, things were so different for you from just that morning when you left and went on the drive to move. Before then, you'd never been in Golden Grove. You'd seen it only in pictures and hadn't known anybody who was a local there. But here you were, a person who lived in the town and was friends with the neighbors on both sides of your house who also lived here. Were you friends? You thought so. Amy, is that you? Your mommy called from over the fence. Yeah. You shoveled past the gate and into the building's yard. Mommy had left the porch and was there to meet you. How are you? Did you find anything exciting out there? I found 2 friends, and like there's, as you can see by the title, they're my Kawaii neighbors. So yes, I brought some friends home. Let's see, it was great, could have been worse, I don't know. Like, okay. I think the good thing about our life is, okay, it's a good and a bad thing that they have so many choices, because I'm like, oh, I can see me making that choice. I can also see me making that choice. There's 2, like, when you thought too many choices was bad. It's like the problem where, like, sometimes it's better to go to a smaller ice cream stand, because if you go to a bigger ice cream stand, it's harder to make a choice and causes your brain to, like, burn up or something. Everything was amazing. I met people, mommy, kids my age. You clung to her. Let's see, I wish I didn't go. You didn't say everything. Yeah, it was great. It was great, man. Mother, it was great. I have made the tomodachis. I'm so glad to hear that. From strength to strength, we've got the key to the house. The agent finally arrived about 20 minutes ago. He's gone now, but I haven't peeked yet. The both of us should be here for this. It's your house too. I guess. I know, it is yours and ours. Come on. Mommy turned to go and slipped the key out from her sweater pocket. She gestured with the other hand for you to follow. Your mommy led the way as you went back up the stairs. The key fit perfectly into the hole on the door, and Mommy smiled at the sound of an unlocking click. Carefully, she leaned forward with her shoulder, giving it a nudge, unsure if the best option for the ancient door was extra force or extra restraint. The house opened with a creak. Air came out through the front like it was exhaling. Mommy let out a breath at the same time. Everything's okay, dear. You can get a little closer. You can see inside here. What if there's like a burglar? Like you walk in and there's just like a squatter and you're like, no. I don't know. It's because like have you ever heard of those things where there's like abandoned houses? I mean, even though this isn't necessarily abandoned, but like of houses where like you haven't been to the house in a long time and there's just another person there. You scooched toward your mommy's side in the doorframe. It was then that you noticed there was a mat at the front. It had a light color and a kind of hard but fluffy texture. The sort of mat that'd get dirty looking right away when it was used, but was still clean and nice. It hadn't been worn down at all like the rest of the building. This part of the house wasn't just an old thing left behind by other people who didn't need it or want it anymore. Someone must have put it there for this happening, for your mommy and you moving in. Written across the top, it said, whoops, welcome home. Mommy softly tapped the top of your shoulder, bringing you back into the moment. She kept the hand there, leading you ahead with her. You just had to give a glance back towards the neighborhood. It was empty. You couldn't get what's happening. The two of you walked through the door. Everything in the air was still. The wind was blocked, but it was practically as cold. No! Man! Okay, Chris, I hope you have a good, thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a good day. Man, why is there always scuff? Tony, what was it? What was the scuff, man? What was the scuff? Oh, I see it. No! I see the scuff. This, I don't know. Does OBS not like it when I play Our Life? Is Our Life, no, now I'm beginning, that now I'm forever. Is it gonna be like the new A Date with Death? Because like sometimes there's just some certain games I play and I get unlucky whenever I play them for some reason. So OBS, behave, because don't be rude to the people watching. I know, right? It's like, there's always gonna be scuff, but like, it's still annoying. One day, I would like to buy better internet. Like, my dad said he was thinking about it, so like, that makes me happy. At least there's a thought. But yeah, that's all there is at the moment, a thought. Everything in the air was still. The wind was blocked, but it was practically as cold inside as it was outside of the house. Mommy shifted forward cautiously, feeling around for a light switch. Got it. A dim light from the ceiling sparked on in an instant, and there in front of you was an old-fashioned living room. The house had furniture that came along with it, but wasn't a set. The pieces were mismatched, each chair, table, and bookshelf in a different color. They are covered in transparent sheets of plastic and in dust. Bro, they didn't even, I see spider webs over there. They didn't even have like the audacity, not audacity, but like, they didn't even clean it for us. I have asthma, so like, this is extremely bad for an asthmatic kid like me. The room had a real fireplace made out of brick. In the back you could see a staircase going up to another floor. Beautiful. It's even better than the photos. So much potential inside these walls. You're amazed it could fit a storybook. You were so disappointed. It blew your old apartment out of the water. It was the worst house in the world. It could have worked once you had your stuff in. You thought it was okay. You didn't care. It was definitely haunted. It was still haunted. No, I'm disappointed. Like you could not even have like the chance to at least do some spring cleaning. Like, oh my gosh, I don't, wait, Tony, I don't know where that message came from. Convince. Oh wait, you mean my internet? Your internet? Yeah, yeah, exactly. If I had more money, I could have more leverage. I could like, oh my god, I could have a say in the things that happen in the household. Oh my gosh, that's too much power. But that's good because I want power. I need power in order to like change things, to make changes. It was already sure to be terrible, but even you hadn't thought it'd be this bad. Your mommy touched the tips of her fingers to the muted blue paint next to her. We'll have to clean as much as we can to make it livable before bed. It'll be a long night. We can unpack more of our things tomorrow, though I'll be doing much of that on my own. You're going to be busy. Mommy increased the pitch of her voice, squinting her eyes sweetly. After all, it's the first day of 5th grade. Oh my gosh, they're making me go to school. I mean, I know we're a kid, but... Oh my gosh, when does the school take place? Because, like, imagine there's, like... Is this in an era where AI exists? Or is this gonna be, like, traditional school where, like, there isn't any AI? I mean, when I was in school, they at least, like, had tablets to, like, for writing. And, like, Chromebooks and stuff. But, like... No ChatGPT and stuff. You grinned brightly, you groaned, throwing your head back dramatically. You had hoped you'd forgotten. So you threw your hands up in excitement, covered your face, you bit your lip, scared to even imagine having to go to a new school. Your tummy twisted. What if the people didn't like you because you're different? You shrugged plainly. You got lost in thought, imagining what it might be like. You glared at her, annoyed she'd bring it up so tearfully. If I was in school, I don't know. Like, okay, whenever I go to a new school, like, whenever I go to, like, even a new class, my stomach, I would have, like, the biggest stomach ache, like, the first day in. Because I'm like, oh no. What if, like, I walk in and, like, I get an F for some reason? I don't know why they would do that. But, like, I imagine, like, the worst scenario whenever I walk into a class. She let out a breath gently while watching you. Breath? Okay. We got here just in time, clearly. Her eyes drifted closed, and there was a crease in her brows. She stayed further away without having gone anywhere. Even if I am here early for the job, I'm not going to make you be a full week late to class. Being new to a town like this is already going to make you a point of attention. Yeah, I get nervous extremely easily. Like, existence is nervous. Oh my gosh, I'm probably gonna have a giant stomach ache once I do my on-site interview. Ugh. You couldn't tell if she thought that was a good thing or a bad thing by her tone, but Mommy didn't say any more about that. She lifted her circle scarf over her head, careful to not have it catch on her earrings, and left it on top of her suitcase. So, want to see the upstairs? Not really, but I'll go. It's like, I don't want to do this. Like, I also hated, so like, when oh my gosh, don't you dare. Okay. I hate moving because like, it's like, I'm already living here. Like, why do I have to go other places? Like, it's like also a heartbreak when you like are taking out everything from your old house. Because it just becomes so empty, and it's like so sad. Like all the memories from your old place. The second floor, dang, this is a 2-floor? Damn. I can't imagine having a 2-floor house. I don't know, that feels so expensive. You're a single mom with a kid? You must be making bank then. The second floor was more of the same, lonely sealed away rooms with furniture nobody had been using for ages that were covered up by plastic sheets. And lots of dust. You can see the footprints your mommy left behind in the grim as she wandered the hall with wide, amazed eyes. After checking the state of the whole house, Mommy made the decision to leave the furniture in its protection until after the sweeping was finished. There are too many dust bunnies that might jump over to take a seat on your couches if a spot was available. I hope I can remember where I put that dustpan. The broom itself shouldn't be too hard to find. You returned to the living room after Mommy got her trusty pair of crafting scissors out of her suitcase. She put her scarf inside it when taking the scissors out. Mommy then went through some of the taped up boxes like it was her birthday, and each one with was a shiny, unopened present with a ribbon on top. Her gift was just stuff she already owned. One by one, she took out the supplies that had been brought for this very moment, setting them around her legs, on the floor wherever there was space. Then she divided them out into separate piles. A pair of yellow gloves, a fluffy fresh duster, a bottle of cleaning spray, and a full roll of paper towels. Mommy had a set of her own. The other was for you. You were going to need them. Damn, I can't believe she's making us, a tiny, tiny, tiny kid, clean. The audacity. Like, I'm already asthmatic, and you want me to deal with dust? I'm gonna be coughing up a fit, mother. I can't believe you. There's only one broom and dustpan that she successfully fined. You're going to take turns using that. The first move in the make the house a place people can actually live in plan was yanking open the streaky windows to get some airflow going. Though before even that, you had to get the locks on the window themselves to come loose. You dug your fingers in between the base of the window frame and a latch pressed against it, forcing it to move against its will. When the lock clicked into place on the opposite side, you shoved the window up with both hands. Your gloves were already patchy with filth. The icy, crisp breeze that flowed in from the outside was a lot more welcome at this point. You got a good look at the neighborhood while catching your breath. Street lights had come on. But you then left the window there to do its job and got back to yours. The two of you went back and forth and up and down around the house to open up everything that you could. Some windows were jammed in place so tightly you had to leave it alone for your mommy to get later. The next point on the list was to somehow scrub down all the floors, walls, counters, and every other inch of space where dust could settle, which was every inch of the entire house. You picked a spot and gave it a sweep with the fuzzy head of the duster. A nice line of clear wood followed behind your motion. That pattern continued for a while, and whenever the dust layer was gone from a spot, you go back over it again with the cleaning spray to really make it shine. Your mommy was able to track down and turn on the heater. Not that you could tell the difference with all the windows wide open. Mommy, you're wasting the heat. You're wasting the heat. Eventually, you had a short dinner break with your mommy, standing around in the kitchen together with the two of you as dusty as the rest of the house. It was packed meals from the car. Simple sandwiches, fruits with thick peels that wouldn't get smashed on the drive, little bags of granola and pretzels, and juice boxes. There were no groceries, the rickety fridge was off, and totally empty when you checked. I mean, why would my character want something gross in there? Of course I'd be relieved if there's nothing gross. You had prepared for the worst for such an old, practically abandoned house. But there wasn't a single bottle of nasty ketchup or a box of unknown leftovers or anything. Oh my gosh, this reminds me. So, I once had, a lunchbox in my bag that, I completely forgot to take out. And then, I checked on it and it was, disgustingly moldy. And I'm like, okay, time to just throw it out. You do not want to deal... Oh my god. Well, I'm just thinking about it and it was, absolutely... gross. I know, right? My character is slightly oh wait, there it is. Yeah, I know my character's yeah, I don't know. I feel like earlier everything was fine. But for some reason, yeah, I'm just blinking in and out. For some reason, when I play even in our life, I was fine in our life. No, my character, stop blinking in and out. Move, I believe in you. Man. It's if I hover over VTube Studios, it starts to blink. So I guess I have to never, ever, ever hover over the V Studios button. I mean, sometimes it blinks even if I'm not doing it, but it's annoying and stuff. Yeah, guys, I am phasing through, I'm phasing through realities. I'm hopefully gonna phase into a reality where my life is much more better than this. and trash from your food was dumped into the same giant black garbage bag that you'd been throwing piles of gray-stained paper towels and wads of squished together tape in for the whole night. Somehow the bag was getting full, even though it was big enough to fit your whole body inside. It was a mark of how much work you'd really done. Looking at just the house made you think you hadn't even gotten started. The only way to change that was to keep going, as your mommy talked about when encouraging herself to clean again after dinner. You and your mommy polished up the house as best as you could for even more hours. And when your usual bedtime arrived, Mommy put the duster and the scissors down. She wasn't gonna have you stay up late, no matter how excited she was to unpack. So she guided you to the first floor bathroom, and the ones on the second floor were too dirty to use, hugging her overnight bag over the counter along the way. Like, bro, how bad? Like, I know you probably got this house for cheap because, okay, single income mother, but like, they couldn't even have the decency to like make it nice. Your mommy explained how she'd do a round throughout the whole house to close the windows to keep busy until the bathroom was free and left you to get ready to sleep. Inside the bag was little baby-sized versions of normal toothpaste and mouthwash containers and simple toothbrushes. All you had for pajamas that night was a green long-sleeve shirt with matching pants. You got as clean as you could with only a sink to use. You did a good job washing up. You were pretty lazy. You finished washing as fast as possible. You just pretended to be busy for a while. I just cleaned. Like, I did my best. Trying to get the grimy feeling off your skin wasn't easy and took way longer than usual, but it was crucial. Oh yeah, I have a ribbon on my head. Okay, do I take it on or keep it off? This will decide everything. If I don't pick the right option, everyone dies. Let's see. I don't know. I don't want to accidentally squish it, so I'm gonna take it off. Then you change into the PJs and let your mommy have her turn. While she was away. Let's see. You took out your favorite stuffed animal from your packed bag. You took out your favorite action figure, doll, blanket, pillow, or wait. I'm gonna take out my stuffed animal. It wasn't something you could sleep without. The furniture was still plastic wrapped, so you crouched down and sat on the rug. Mommy returned in only a couple minutes wearing her purple pajamas, and she also had sleeping bags tucked under each of her arms. We're just gonna sleep on the floor! Man, we should have just finished. We should have like cleaned up our rooms first so we had at least a place to relax. He shifted one forward to hold against the front of her chest, and dropped the other one onto the floor, and landed with a puff. That'll be mine. Your mommy noted while trying to untie the band that kept the sleeping bag together in a roll. She pulled and pinched at the knot. Okay guys, if you ever had like what's called a sleeping bag, like once you take it out, it's so hard to put like to roll it back in. And like I've seen like the way they pack sleeping bags, if they have like a special machine to like, you know, push it in. But like if you need a special machine, just make the bag a little bigger so we could like fit like the sleeping bag in. Like, why do they make it so difficult? When it didn't budge, she lifted the bundle to her face and used her teeth to pry the threaded bands apart from each other. She got it loose and victoriously flapped the bag all the way open. She laid it down in a clear spot on the wooden floor. There you are, Amy, all ready. Okay. You used your feet and rocked back and forth to move yourself across the antique rug, scooting towards the sleeping bag without getting off the rug. Mommy chatted casually while spreading out her own bag nearby. Well, I need to get some wood, so we can actually use that fireplace on nights like these. Did your mommy know how to use a fireplace? You've never seen one in person until now, and so far you've still never seen one that had fire in it. Luckily, the house was warm and cozy, even without that, since the windows soft letting the chill in. The heater worked, and that was sort of a surprise to you. Mommy soon settled down on the center of her temporary bed. She sat cross-legged with her back solidly straight. Her hands came to the rest on the tops of her knees, and she made direct eye contact with you. Thank you for the help with the house today. I'll be home before we know it at this rate. I worked really hard. Yeah, I did work really hard. I'm so tired. You're welcome. A house and a home are the same thing. The way she said it made you roll your eyes, stretch your arms out, or you flopped down onto your bag. Yeah, I worked so hard, man. Like, I had to move. Like, let me stretch. Oh, my back. Oh, my back. Oh my gosh. Like, little Amy is stretching, and big Amy is also stretching, but big Amy hurt her back while doing so. I agree with that. She slouched her shoulders, easing away some of the stiffness. Okay. Hey, guess what I did? Yeah, guess what I did? Guess what I did? You hid behind the fence the entire time. No, I met two neighbors, and they're so kawaii and cute and friendly. No, Mommy. Okay, tell me, dear. After pausing just a little to build suspense, you began to narrate the entire story of the paper airplane adventure. From the moment it hit, to the way it led you down the forest crossroad, meeting... Shoot, how do we say the name? I think it's Chiol? Chiol, Keel? Oh no, I forgot to pronounce his name. Meeting Chiol on his tower with his notebook full of loose pages, then finding Tamarack in her leaf pile and all her surprises. Maya listened with her whole self, leaning forward and grinning wider with each new turn you revealed. You wrapped it up by explaining how you returned to the neighborhood with Chiol and Tamarack after everything you discovered. What a way to spend an afternoon. I'm proud of you, Amy. Aw, she has little hearts in her speech bubble. I had no idea you got into such a winding journey. You pulled your legs in closer to your chest. Talking to her wasn't always bad. It was a fun story to tell. Somehow the events of the day felt like they were a long time ago, or that they happened to someone else and you just heard about it. It feels like it's a long time ago because it's like been a while since I last played this game. But it had been real. The paper airplane hit your shoulder. You held the note in your hands. What did we do with it? Yeah, I'm just gonna save it. No, I'm not throwing it away. Because, like, think about in the future, it's like, guys, remember I met you that one time when we were kids? I have that exact paper with me. It had nice memories that went with it. With your topic all done, Mommy softly spoke up to share her own thoughts with you. Thank you for the hydration. Thank you. I need to, what's it called? Drink water. With your topic all done, Mommy softly spoke up to share her own thoughts with you. It's odd, imagining this entire building collecting dust for all this time, isn't it? No one wanted to live here, no one re-enters, not the man who owned it, but it's a charming house. It doesn't seem that hard to believe, to me. You mumbled the words under your breath, and Mommy didn't notice. She just kept talking pretty much to herself. There aren't a lot of opportunities out in these woods, I suppose. At my company, the retiring of the former HR manager was the first big position I've ever heard of for this area. And even that didn't open up for people already living in this town. I was asked to relocate to take the position. Welcome in, Zom! Today I'm playing Our Life, and basically, our mommy, like, we call our mom Mommy in this game, but she made us clean the house, and we're like, like 10 years old. Like, I can't imagine that. Maybe I was a spoiled kid. But like cleaning an entire house. But yeah, I'm doing well. I'm just, oh my god, my model froze again. Yeah. I'm doing well. The thing is, my model is freezing because of the CPU usage and stuff. But I hope you're doing well too. Mommy, no! Dathan, no! Amy chat slow again. Oh, try refreshing. Try refreshing. It might help. But yeah, this is our mommy. I'm sorry, Nathan. I can't believe you said it with that expression. But yeah, all I can do is suggest that you refresh. Honestly, as much as I'd like to pull you guys into the future a little, I don't know how to do that. Twitch, be better. Like, OBS, be better. Like, people actually are here to watch me, and I'm like, yay. But like, at the same time, oh no, I disappeared. But at the same time, no, stop disappearing me. But like, at the same time, it's unfortunate how my computer doesn't cooperate with me sometimes. I know we lagging. I say that, and then it's gonna be like, I think it's like 10 seconds. It's not that bad. 10, 15 seconds. Oh no, I know I'm going in and out. It's okay. I think we okay. Like, everything's green on here. There's like a few drops frames. You guys don't have to worry. You guys only have to worry once, like, I disappear. Actually, wait, I just disappeared. Not that way disappearing. Once, like, the time, okay, when I stop talking, that's when you guys should be concerned. That means you guys lost me. You lost me to the OBS scuff lords or whatever. But yeah, that's the current situation. And even that didn't open up for people already living in the town. I was asked to relocate to take the position. Creases grew around her eyes the more she thought about it. She caught herself before a frown could follow. Oh, but it's not an issue. I'm grateful. We'll find our place in the slow pace of Golden Grove, and at least we'll have each other regardless. Oh yeah, it's okay. I get it. It's to count the times. Don't remind me, you don't have to tell me everything. Do you have any friends? Yes, we do. You nodded quietly, feeling better. You yawned. Guys, I'm gonna be an a-hole of a kid. And ask, do you have any friends? Not here, not yet. Then your mommy stretched her legs out fully across her sleeping bag, wiggling her toes inside the black socks she had on. Seeing mommy right there on the floor, in the same place you were going to have to sleep, was weird. You really hoped your own room would be ready soon. Like, honestly, I think we should have just slept in our rooms, on a bed, preferably, because sleeping on the floor is bad for your back. Oh, wait. Happy 5 stream streak, Nathan? Thank you. I understand, this is peak. And we also have, our lovely mommy here. But yeah, thank you so much for coming and stopping by to say hi and, you know, watch and chat with us. 30, 45, 30 seconds. No, that's like the worst situation, man. Guys, this is gonna be one of those days where when we raid out, I'm gonna be like, hey guys, we're raiding, and then you only get the message once we're out of the out of the stream. Damn. Bro, my internet hates you guys. They're trying, see, this is like the additional problems I have. I know, I'm lagging hella hard. Stop. I wonder, oh my gosh, the encoder. Okay. Okay. No model, guys, no model. You get no model me because I think that's also putting stress on my computer. My poor computer. Just be better. Okay, where's my PNG? There I am. Not laggy at all. Let me over here also move my PNG here too. There we go. Guys, I'm not lagging anymore. I'm just not more... Yeah, it's normal. Like, I'm not laggy anymore. I'm just not moving. As you thought about that, your eyelids were trying to tape themselves up with the sticky, gritty stuff your eyes made when it was extra late. Oh, you mean like the eye boogers? Alright, dear, you should get inside the sleeping bag now, before you blink out on top of it. Like, now I think about it, about eye boogers, like, is that like the actual name? It's because you know how like your eyes get crusty as like time goes on and stuff? Yeah, it's okay, like you guys... are tolerable. I'm joking, I'm joking. I like you guys too. That sounded like a pretty good idea. Scooping your stuffed animal into both your arms, you shimmied into the open end of the bag. It was made out of fabric that was so smooth it wasn't difficult to do. You moved farther down until the edge was to your chin. You're wrapped up like a loaf of bread in a grocery bag. Aw, that's so cute. Wait, let me wrap myself up in my comfy and warm blanket right here. I've been thinking about posture because I'm like, dang, I have a chair and I'm like not even use it for posture correctly. Because like there are things underneath my feet, like underneath the desk, and like I can't stick my feet all the way. I mean, I could move it, but I'm lazy. Okay, I just moved it. Everything's okay now. But yeah, things are too lazy for me. Mommy got to her feet, taking a short jog over to the far wall of the room. She lifted a finger to the light switch, but kept her gaze down on you. The expression on her face was gentle. I don't know, I can't sleep on the floor, man. Like, when I go camping, my parents bring like an air mattress, so like we're not directly to the floor. It's because like all I could think about is like, what if a spider just gets on us? Like, I know there's spider webs over here. Like, I don't want to be so close to the floor, man. The expression on her face was gentle. Good night, Amy. Let's see. Good night, Mommy. Yeah, that's all I could say. The room was pitch black with a click. While your eyes were trying to adjust, you heard the shuffling sounds of Mommy. She joined you on the floor again. Those sounds soon stopped. Mommy didn't talk anymore. Like, that sounds so ominous. Like, I know that's like, oh, we're just heading to sleep, but like... There weren't sounds of cars passing outside. There was a thumping in your ears, and you thought you might have heard a creak somewhere. The night noises were a lot different than what you had experience with. They were so quiet and distant, it made you notice them more like, bah! It made you notice them more than if they were clearer. You'd have to get to know the sounds better. It was another part of the house's personality. Just one more thing to have to deal with. You pressed your eyes shut, in your head with thoughts of... Let's see, moving to town, Mommy, Chill, Tamarack, Chill, and Tamarack, or the first day of school. Let's see, honestly, screw the house. What do you mean I already have to go to school? You laid awake in the squishy cocoon. Dreams didn't reach you that night. Then your second day in Golden Grove arrived. Oh my gosh, more customization? During the game, occasionally you will get the opportunity to change what you're wearing. You may be able to take off accessory or outer layers during some moments. If you don't want to bother with changing your outfit, you can toggle these sections on your detail screen or uncheck the box below. No, let's do more customization, man. It's my little character! Okay. Preview. Nope, no, I look naked. I look naked without a bow, even though I'm normally naked, like, on the bottom right for you guys. At least this character, me, looks naked without the bow. Okay. Oh my god, there's so many things. There's so many things. Like, I already customized my character. I think I'm okay, but like... Yeah, I don't think I need to add anything new. I did not have any glasses or bandages. I like my little bow. It's cute. I think we're good. Let's continue. How do I continue on? But your second day had only just arrived. Only one corner of the world outside the window had any sunlight. The rest was all shadows. The lights in the house had to be turned on for you to see your own hands. No, I hate getting up early. Your mommy had to work really hard to get you up. You didn't mind that. You thought it should be criminal to make people have to... Yeah, I can't believe children have to wake up so early. Oh my gosh, when I was a kid, like, I think we were waking up like at 5 or 6 a.m. because like my mom had to go work early and she would drop us off at school to go like at an early like morning program to watch kids like and stuff. And I'm like, dang, why did I have to wake up 6 a.m. for this? But your home phone wasn't working yet, so you couldn't call the police or the mayor to complain. At least your mommy didn't start making you do chores. The unpacking wouldn't be started again until a lot later. That's what your mommy said when you were brushing your teeth. For now, you both only had what was already out. The food around to eat was still the same stuff from yesterday. It was what you had for breakfast already, and you could see your mommy packing it into a brown paper bag for lunch too. That was the last of the preparations you had to do to do for your school. You're pretty sure your mommy really wanted to be the one to get your supplies for the day together. She'd put stacks of stapled papers, a notebook, your pencil case, a ruler, and move into your backpack. Molly had kept the pack on the middle seat of the car to make sure it would be right there when it was time to use it for class. It had gone missing. Maybe if it had gone missing, maybe you would have had to carry your school stuff in a cardboard box, the same way you had to bring everything else you owned to this place in big boxes. You watched her from your comfy spot on your sleeping bag. You had already gotten dressed for the day, but that didn't mean you couldn't sit in bed again. There wasn't anywhere else to. Like, I could just imagine little Amy just sitting on the floor. Like, I don't know, like, sure, I'm used to sitting on the floor, but like, we couldn't at least have like cleaned a couch or something? Like, what's wrong with sitting on plastic? Soon you'd be leaving the new old house and the neighborhood and all the parts of Golden Grove you gotten to see so far. The next stop into the unknown was North Anchor's elementary school. You kind of wondered why your mommy was bothering with making you bring so many things. None of the stuff in a backpack would make you prepared for that. But school thoughts were shaken out of your head when a muffled thumping sound filled up the air. Wait, someone's knocking on the door? Mommy slowly lowered her full hands down to the counter, and at the same time her head and eyebrows went up. Guess, already, at this hour? Your mommy left your lunch bag incomplete on the tabletop to investigate, and went to investigate the knocking. Okay, we're gonna get robbed, guys! The robbers were polite to knock on the door this early. You got to see too. You dashed forward to beat your mom. Let's see. You stayed sitting on your sleeping bag. Like, I know it's totally one of the kids, but like, I'm gonna go sit on my sleeping bag. I'm too lazy to move. She pushed the long handle down with a click and tugged the door forward. It squeaked open. And following that was a call from your mommy. Amy, could you come here? No, I don't want to move, man. You did as you were asked. You pressed your hands into the shiny studs of bedding underneath you as you leaned onto your feet to get off the floor. You were joined by Mommy at the start of the entryway. Blah, 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 blah. You glanced ahead, squinting your eyes, adjusting the complete brightness inside to the pale dawn outside. Oh my god, it's chill, guys. Bro, why the F did you wake me up so early? I mean, you didn't wake me up. My mom woke me up, but like, you did not have to come here this early, man. Bro, if you're already here, that means you woke up even earlier. Standing tall on the welcome mat, seemingly totally at home at your home, was the new friend you had met the day before, Mr. Cholin. Though he said he was also called Autumn. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry if this is like cultural appropriation, but I have so much trouble saying your name. I'm sorry, man. You're going to try using some nicknames. Autumn? Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, you could just tell me if you don't like it, man. I'm sorry. Autumn's fluffy hood was tucked snugly around his head. He didn't usually do that, at least based on how much he knew was unusual for him. Usual for him. Maybe it was because the air was somehow even more prickling cold in the morning than it was during the day or evening. He shuddered just from the wind coming in through the opening. When he caught sight of you there, a plucky grin took over his face. He bopped onto the balls of his feet, getting even taller, and cheered a greeting. Good morning. Seeing who it was, you scooted past your mommy's standby Kyo on the porch, enthusiastically shoved past your mom, nervously shifted behind your mom, stayed in place, then dove to hide behind your mom's legs, stayed there to greet the guests, stood in place wondering it was too late to go back to the living room. I'll just stay here, man. Joe's smile was as bold as ever as he took a full step to the side, so he was directly in front of you instead of Mommy. Hi, hello, good morning to you. You're visiting me. Thanks for coming. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Accusingly, curiously. Yeah, what are you doing here, bro? I have plans. Joel stayed put in the new place he took, but angled his head up and over to give his focus to your mommy. I'm Mr. Chio Lin. I'm your neighbor and the same age as Miss Amy Arrow. The two of us met yesterday. Ah, yes, I've heard. I have been. I'd been anticipating getting to meet you, and those feelings were well placed. You're so polite. Joe straightened out the line of his bandana with both hands giggling cheekily as he made direct eye contact with you. Well, if somebody had been talking about me, I hope it was the good stuff. Did I talk about good? I mean, we had an adventure. Now, I should introduce myself as well. I'm Miss Arrow, Amy's mother. It's nice to meet you. May I speak with Amy, Miss Arrow? There's something I wanted to talk to her about. Thoughtfully, your mommy's glance drifted down to you. Without looking back at him, your mommy replied, That would be fine. I'll finish. Why am I having so much trouble reading? It's like, I feel like it's the contractions that are getting me. I'll finish getting your bag ready. Amy, you two can chat. Jill clasped his hands together primly. Thank you very much. Mommy held a reassuring smile on her face as she walked back inside the house, leaving you alone with Jill. You looked back at him eagerly. It was only the morning and something good was already happening. What did you want to say? Autumn didn't beat around the bush with you. He probably didn't with anyone. He came right out with what he had in mind. Wanna walk to school together? It's the first day. Bro, what if we get kidnapped? He squared his shoulders and held out a hand, counting off points on his fingers. We're going to the same place, in the same grade. There's a good chance we'll even be in the same class. Going to that together would make everything so easy. Yeah, okay. No, I'm sorry. But that's just easier for me. What's in it for you? Okay. Let's see. I don't know, man. Like, if someone's like, hey, let's go to school together. It's because, like, when I was in school, I'm used to, like, just, you know, car ride. Even though it was pretty close. But, like, even though my elementary school was pretty close, it was still a car ride because my mom would directly go to work afterwards. So, yeah, that's just easier for me. What's in it for you, man? He had a way too easy answer for that. Walking with you is what's in it for me. Aww. Yeah, I mean, wait, I was like an elementary kid. What do you want me to do? Did you want me to drive my mom to my own school? Yes, it's just me, 10-year-old Amy, driving to school, hitting every single tree, and like every single what's called pedestrian trying to get to school. I'm not even sure if I could reach the pedals or not, depending on how short it was. It'll be fun. Yeah. Bro, I'm gonna get arrested. Yes, actually, if anything, my mom's gonna get arrested. Like, how could you just let a kid, how could you just let a kid drive like that? Let's see. Okay, yeah, thank you, bro. Thank you. You're so nice, man. All right. He popped an enthusiastic double thumbs up. I think it makes a lot of sense that we go together. With his hands in his pockets, Chio shifted the whole top half of his body diagonally over to one side. The tilt of his head really showed off the bend in his pleased smile. Oh. He flung an arm back out and arched the fingers across the air in front of both of your faces. Wait, what? It might have been to stop you before you could say anything, or to keep himself from forgetting whatever else he wanted to talk about. Exactly. So, like, My mom would get arrested for negligence instead. Like I'm just a dumb kid that didn't know anything, man. And it wouldn't be just us. I'm gonna keep going down the cul-de-sac to Granny's house so I can ask Tamarack next. So that's it. What do you think about all three of us walking together? It's a good plan, right? Bro, imagine you're like, no. Like, yeah, that makes sense. I'll come. It's a great idea. I want to go. I'll come. It's talk you have smart ideas sometimes. Bro, I can't believe you're like, it makes sense. I can't believe you had the smartest idea ever, bro. Piff, more like all the time. You swung your hands behind you and spoke out again. I'll get my backpack and tell my mommy we're going. Cool, I'll wait here for you. You parted with Autumn for a second, but didn't bother closing the door. Yeah, Autumn, just make sure not to steal anything. Or, like, don't break into our house. Like, I don't know, man. Like, usually I would... Actually, it makes sense not to close the door. Like, imagine we leave the door open and just a random stranger comes in and robs us. I don't know why. The thing is, like, I can't imagine just leaving your door open for any amount of time. Unless, like... Okay, so, like, at least my door... Like, when I was a kid, my door has two doors. So we had, like, the screen door, so, like, you could see through it still. And then you had, like, the actual door that would actually do, like, the blocking and stuff. So, like, you would, like, leave the door open, but have the screen closed. So, like, you had protection from the screen. So, like, I can't just imagine just leaving your door, like, fully wide open. You parted with, yeah, but you didn't bother closing the door. The sound of your feet against the floor was the only sound in the huge house. You couldn't have snuck up on Mommy if you tried. Each step you took brought you closer, and it made the smile on her face grow larger, but she didn't get distracted from her job. Her gaze stayed stuck to the counter. Mommy placed one more plastic onto your backpack and snapped the plastic clasp on the top flap closed. With that secure, she promptly picked the bag up by the loop handle. She lowered herself down to your height by bending her knees low, then she offered the backpack over to you. Exceptional timing, dear. Here, you're set to go. It was nice and light when you took the pack from her. That wouldn't last. Soon you'd have actual school books to bring around with you. What happened with our guest? Did he leave? You answered the question while looping one arm after the other into the wide openings of your backpack straps. He's out there still. Jill wants me to walk to school with him. Can I go? You shifted your grip to the dangling ends of the armbands, then gave them a swift tug to tighten the straps, fully securing the bag against you. No, I disagree, man. I'm the type that, like, has a backpack that's loose. And if anything, I would only have, like, I'd be the type that only wears, like, one of the handles on my arm. So, like, I would get back pain on only one arm, not both arms. And then you balance the back, like, the shoulder pain by swapping every now and then. He came over to ask you that. Talk about convenient. The young Mr. Lin must know the way far better than I do. You certainly can walk together. Good. Your mommy could be reasonable sometimes. As you smiled, her face lit up softly like the early morning sunshine outside. Mommy pins the tip of your chin between her thumb and her pointer finger. Yeah, the price of looking cool. And, like, I feel like it was just better. But at the same time, even though I say that, my backpacks were, like, heavy AF. Like, little Amy had back pain. Like, it's when I switched to, like, how do I say, like, a shoulder bag, like a tote bag kind of ish, that is when my back pain stopped. Because I just realized just having a full-on backpack just gave me pain. Just what's called, because, like, what I would do is I would bring everything, even the things that I wouldn't need that day because I was afraid that I'll forget them. But, like, in college, I'm like, okay, just bring the tote bag and bring everything you need for that particular day. Because it's different, because, like, in high school, like, when you're younger, you have to stay the entire day. But, like, in college, you just stay for that class and you could leave. Enjoy your first day. There's only one of them per year. Maybe she was right. You would look at what was nice instead of what wasn't. You're still more cheery. Or you didn't feel any better. I'm like, I know, Mom. Like, Mommy, I know you're trying to make me feel happy, but it's not making me feel happy. You couldn't even pretend it wasn't. She let you go in order to place her hands on her thighs, needing to balance herself as she stiffly straightened up to her full height. Your mommy folded her arms proudly, watching you leave for the day. You were going ahead without her. Through the open door, you could see Autumn waiting patiently on your porch sill. He turned his back to the house, instead looking around the neighborhood. You came to his side, and that caught his attention. But his gaze didn't go to yours. It went right to the backpack you had on. Autumn grinned hopefully. I told Mommy, it's okay. He smacked his hands together enthusiastically. All right, time to go. You know, Ames, it's been forever since I've gone in to walk to school with a friend. You pricked your ears, going super alert. He called you Ames, and he said you were friends. You thought you were, but it was totally different to have him talk about it just like that. I'm good, we're friends. Me too, Autumn, this is great. Chill, thanks for being my friend. Chill, thanks for using my nickname. Chill, can you call me Amy? I knew you liked me. Let's see, you didn't know what to say. How forward am I gonna be? How forward am I gonna be with this? Let's see. I'm a bit tired. Oh, let's see. See, I knew you liked me. I gotta get those points in. A smirk went across his whole face. Autumn was full of certainty. I do, and I knew that you liked me. Darn. Jill easily. I know we're all just 10, but easily swiveled all the way around his heels. He firmly planted his feet into the floorboards of the porch to close out his move. Then he confidently strode forward and leapt over the little steps to get into the grounds. Autumn had places to be, and nothing was going to stand in his way. Happily, you went along with him down the stone path, past the fence, and onto the neighborhood sidewalk. It took less than a minute to go around the bending curve of your neighborhood, and that led to the least pointy, least colorful home on the street. Tamarack's home, also her Omi and Appa's house. Chill and you wandered right into uncharted territory of her porch. Let's see. If I go to someone, usually I knock, but like if they have a doorbell, I'm gonna hit the doorbell, man. It made a dingling, dingling sound until you took your hand off. I just noticed, is this, so like, I feel like houses usually have like some type of path, but this is like immediately onto the sidewalk, and I feel like that's so dangerous, because that means like, you're like really close to the road, right? Or is it not? Chill brought his arms to his side, shook his head to readjust the way his hair fell around his shoulders, and positioned himself squarely in the center of the entryway. The old door began to jiggle in its frame like it was shivering cold from being outside this early too, but someone was fiddling with the doorknob on the other side. And then, the door swung wide open with a clattering yank and gusts of flowery perfume air coming out from deep inside the house. Still clasping the handle and leaning her head against the wood, Tamarack was there to greet you. She had her bag and scarf on for the day already. Hello, girl, how can you be wearing that? It looks so okay, like this top part fine, but like your bare legs in the autumn, it's cold, man. Good morning, Tamarack. Her eyes popped open. She hadn't looked to see who was at her door before saying hello, but she could tell who it was from the answer. Tamarack's tone of voice lightened even more. Chill and Amy? She'd use your name, not your nickname, like Autumn had. Maybe she would use it later, or maybe she forgot. Tamarack kept talking without giving a reason for why she called you that. You're both here? Hi. Hey, good morning. That's right, we came to ask you to go to school with us. You waved at her. Want to walk to school together? Let's see. Um, okay, that's right. We came to ask you to go to school. We're smuggling you. Jill followed your information with a nod. We're all going that way. It'd be cool to walk as a group. She blinked rapidly, many times and all in a row. In a soft pink light, her eyelashes looked almost like shimmering dragonfly wings. Wow, okay, how you wanna come? She twisted almost the whole way around, turning her back to you. You could just barely glimpse the darkened hall beyond her. Tarak then leaned over, bending her knees, and powerfully shouted into the depths of the gray house. I'm going to school now. Her loud, high-pitched call echoed through the hallway. Have a good day, young lady. Tamarack hopped forward. It was small, but that was all it took to go from being in her house to being in the outside world. He shoved the doorknob with her to slam the door shut. I'm ready. The quickness of all that was too much, and Chio needed a second to catch up with it, but when he did, he chuckled. Perfect. And by the way, Tamarack, I told Amy already, but people don't call me Chio, especially at school. I got a nickname. It's Autumn. Do people only call you Autumn because Chio's sometimes hard to pronounce? I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. I like Chio. You do? Thanks. Autumn lazily. You're funny. It's like, okay, guys, it's like a dating game, right? But like, imagine like neither of them end up with me. They just like they like each other instead. I'm like, no, guys, I was pining for my friends, but they ended up pining towards each other. Cause like, there's a part of me that thinks like when you say like the original name, it's more like intimate, kind of. Because like, oh, it's your actual name and not just a nickname. Because you just said everyone else uses his nickname. And I'm like, oh no, I'm not special. Autumn lazily settled his hands on his hips and his eyes moved way off to the side, even though there was nothing special to see that way. Guess we've actually got to go to class. Yeah. She pumped her fists up and down in the air in a pattern that matched the pace of her yas. Here we go. I hope we're not late. Yeah, I don't want to be late, guys. There's nothing more, like, school stresses me out. But what stresses me out, other than school, is being late to school. So yeah, I hope we're not late, man. Don't worry, I won't let you be. All clustered together, Chio and Tamarack tramped off the white porch. Yeah, we are all, like... Wait a minute. Yeah, like, what's called... This house, the gray house, is like right next to the sidewalk. Like, I can't... like, it's so close. Like, at least there's some distance where, like, the path here and the rocks here. Touching invisible people. Yeah, Tamarack, fight for us. Fight the invisible... the invisible people. So they don't block us from being late to school. All clustered together, Yu, Chio, and Tamarack tramped off the white wooden porch. The full set of Kudasol kids hit the road again. The trip was almost opposite of last time. The sun was coming up instead of going down, and you're leaving the neighborhood instead of going back to it. Like, I can't imagine, especially on the first day of school, I can't imagine just letting your kids go out with a bunch of strangers. Like, you know them for like one day. We knew this kid, Chio and Tamarack, for one day, and just expecting them to come back safely. Like, maybe like this neighborhood is extremely safe, but like I can't imagine that where I'm from. But that wasn't what really stood out to you. It was a little bit amazing. You already could compare it to a last time, and you could guess that this journey with them wasn't going to be the actual last time it ever happened. It just became the last time it happened before the next time. The first part of the school trip wasn't hard. There's only one way out of your neighborhood unless someone hiked out into wherever the woods went. It would be a nightmare if you had to go to that way to get places. Your actual path forward had you brush past the forest fork that originally led you to meet Chio and Tamarack. But you weren't stuck with the same limits as before. This morning, you moved right on by without even stopping to check what might be hidden away back there. Now you traveled even further. Guys, we're gonna walk into a highway. We're gonna walk into a freeway in order to get to school. The woods crowded in closer and closer around the one road that led out, until suddenly structures began to appear in between the bushes. The thick overhang of leaves pulled apart to show the sky. The world unfolded ahead of you. Sunshine climbed mountains to just barely tickle your cheeks, while the stars still clustered against your back. You were right in the path, a windy mountain path. Center of a windy mountain path. Oh, we're like actually moving forward. You see that? Like we're moving closer. It flowed over the uneven ground, blanketing every small bump and bend like a black river. Like how much? Oh, we stopped. Okay. Along the street, huge wooden poles rose into the sky in a row that rivaled the trees. Stretching phone lines and reaching branches wove the whole town together. Even though Golden Grove was a lived-in place with man-made things, the vast wilderness was as much a neighbor to the residents as the real people neighbors. Tamarack tramped over the grass, swishing her arms in full-length swings in front of her. She didn't get anywhere near the tarmac. Chio's stride was a lot breezier. He took the spot in the line closest to the road and didn't even check for cars. His eyes were aimed at the now viewable sky. Bro, but like, what if you get hit by a car, Chio? How are you gonna explain this to your parents? You ended up somewhere in between. So I'm assuming Chio's like on this white line, Tamarack's on this what's called forest line, and we're in the middle. So it's like I feel like Tamarack's more like a what's called country girl, whilst what's called Chio is more like a what's called city boy. Tamarack was a swish, and Chio was a breeze. You were a tiny sigh. Despite your hesitation about what you were doing, you matched their pace. Being left behind would make everything even worse. All that air went out the window when Chio started moving his hands around even more than Tamarack. He frantically stuck his fingers in and out of each of his pockets, while poking his tongue out at the corner of his mouth. You and Tamarack just watched as he tugged at his jacket and pants. Wait a minute, where the F is your backpack? Bro, you can't just go to school without anything. You and Tamarack just watched as he tugged at his jacket and pants while walking. The two of you probably shared the same exact thought. He was looking for his notebook or paper or something. Aha. And it was paper, but it wasn't his special tan pages. The thing Kyo grabbed was a thick, folded packet of white printer paper that was covered all over in tiny ink words. You could instantly tell what it was. That many papers stapled together, with that many little words on them, only ever came from one place: school. Chio held it too close to his face. He had his nose completely in what was basically a book, but for some reason he started to talk to you and Tamarack. Which room did you get? For a second, Chio peeked over the pages to look at the both of you. Who's your teacher? I don't know, man! Tamarack thought hard, but she didn't find an answer in her head. She squished her hand under... Did I need to get papers? Oh no, did my mom forget to give me papers? She squished her hand under the flap of her bag without unbuckling. She had to find her own papers. Bro, I don't know, man. Let's see. You thought about it before long, you knew the answer. You quickly moved to check your stuff too. Oh, I know that. Mommy might have told me I wasn't listening. I'm gonna check. Yeah, let's just check. Your mommy put a big packet of papers inside your backpack. You just need to find it. While you rooted around for it, Chio shouted, "Here it is! Room 24, Miss Murray." Chio used his thumbs to bend the papers down. They stopped hiding his face, and you could see he was stunned. Tamarack waved her packet in the air in a crinkly flurry. "Me too." "Great. What about you, Amy? Is it Miss Murray 3? You yanked the papers from your bag and started to read the huge chunks of long words that explained the school procedures and student enrollment. No, just get to the teacher. Luckily for you, the part that you needed to know was smack dab on the front. Teacher, Miss Murray, room 24. Let's go! Let's see, we're all in the same class. Let's see. I'm just happy. Yeah, I'm just happy we're all in the same class. It makes sense because, like, Because I know this game is more school focus, or like basically the time outside of summer focus. So like imagine we weren't in the same what's called class, and like these guys aren't actually the protagonists' love interests. They're actually just advertising materials, and we're gonna date a bunch of NPCs. Your mommy had given you the papers. Jill probably got his from his mom and dad, and Tamrak from her Omi and Appa. Despite being kind of different, the papers were all the same. A smirk settled in his regular spot on Chill's face, all according to plan, if he somehow could have planned it. We're roommates. It's literally just classmates, bro. He didn't need the packet for anything else, so he stuffed it into his pant pocket with a shrug of one shoulder. There's only 3 5th grade classes we could have been in. When Chio made sure it was deep enough to not just fall out, he brought both his arms into an even bigger shrug and chuckled too. But Miss Marie, I almost made it without her being my teacher. It was so close. Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, Is she a bad teacher or something? Tamrak peered into his face, his wide eyes, leaned over so much that you almost walked into her. She didn't have to say what her question was. With words, she all got it. Oh, don't worry, she's nice. She's the best teacher for you two. What do you mean the best teacher for us two? How about you? Is she like, does Miss Murray not like guys? Jill made a very serious and reassuring okay sign with his fingers, but in an instant it snapped into a pointing gesture. And you're probably gonna be shocked. Miss Murray isn't just a teacher, she's a mom. She has kids that are just her kids, not students. I mean, yeah? Wow. Wait, what? Wait, she's a mom, she has kids that are just her kids. Yeah, like, if you're a mom and you have kids, like, your kids aren't always gonna be students, man. That's it. Why would that be weird? I'd never want a teacher as my parent. It's kind of fun to have, okay. Why would that be weird? Yeah. How does a teacher have kids, Amy? Wait, what do you mean, how does a teacher have kids? In the same way all adults do? Wait, do these kids not know that teachers have lives? They're not just robots, man. But now, I know where we're really going. I can bring us right to the door. The extra burst of confidence got Chiol to take a few long strides ahead of you and Tamrak, keeping his chin high. Tamrak bounced across the grass, kicking her knees high to catch up. She didn't let him keep the lead he took. Yeah, I'm gonna catch up to them. You ran forward to get back into the middle of the row. You were greeted with grins from both of them. Your steps came back into a steady rhythm between the 3 of you. Are you worried? Why didn't you want Miss Murray? Is like Miss Murray his mom or something? Joe, do you know anything about my house and before? Yeah, Joe, why didn't you want Miss Murray for your teacher? Cause she knows me. Not like how all the teachers have met me cause I go to school. she's her mom, isn't she? His dark brown eyes stretched open as wide as he could. His whispered words were pulled out just as long. It was a deep secret confession. She really knows me, outside of school and everything. Why are you so... Like, okay. I think the build-up is she's his mom. But like... Bro, it's okay. Some people have different last names. Like, it's normal. Like, me and Ari have different last names. It's serious of it. Oh, he looks so bummed. The seriousness of it only lasted a second. Autumn laughed at it instead. It's gonna be tough to get away with stuff now. Oh no! I thought, like, the teacher might be sexist, but no. The teacher... It's probably gonna be harder on him because he's her kid. It's one moment. Sorry, I was drinking water and then I accidentally swallowed it wrong. Instead, Tamarack put on the shocked expression Chill had just put away. Like, if Chill gets in trouble, he can't just say, like, like, imagine going to, like, coming back home, and then your mom's like, oh yeah, Chill, my kid, like, telling the husband, yeah, he did all this stuff during school when he should have been working or something. Well, I've never seen a teacher outside of school. When do they leave? Pretty late usually, but they do go to home and do errands and stuff. I've experienced it. Oh. One word with 2 letters said in a weak voice. You couldn't manage more than that. Tamarack eyeballed you from over his shoulder. She clearly saw something upsetting there, but she firmly stuck her hands to her hip and puffed at you. Amy, what's wrong? You're being so sad. You tripped over your words before when trying to say them, but Tamarack's words almost made you fall over for real. Chill tugged. yeah. Yeah, it's like that. It's like that. Like, yeah, we have... I mean, yeah, I could totally relate. Me and Ari totally have different last names. Chill tugged the top of his hood further over his forehead, but didn't hide his awkwardly pinched expression. Her approach had caught him by surprise just as much as you. But the call-out was made, so he let the fluff go and joined in what was being said. She does have kind of a point. Are you okay? What? I have to go to a new school. It's nothing. Don't worry about me. Leave me alone. I'm okay. I don't want to go, man. Oh, welcome in, Blood Rose Kitsune. Today we're playing Our Life. And basically, I am currently trying to tell them that I don't want to go to school. I'm okay, but like, inside my heart, going to school, I hate going to school, honestly. Like, why can't I just stay home and play video games all the time? In-game. Like, I come to play games as escapism, and then the games want me to go back to school too. Tarak and Chill frowned. Now no one was happy. I don't know what it's like to move someplace else or go to a school that's different than before. Not even a tiny bit. But thinking about me doing it, I feel like it'd be tough. Since you're really doing it, I guess that means you're pretty tough too. You're pretty tough. You too, Tamarack. She flipped her frown upside down. We're on an adventure. Things are getting good, you'll see. I know, like, I know I have to go to school because, like, you need to learn things. You need to at least, like, you at least need to have the base game, right? The base game, the base game starter pack for children is to at least go to elementary, middle school, and high school to get life experience. The expansion is college and it's optional, but, like, it's extremely recommended. But, like, the college DLC is extremely extensive too. And it can put you depending on which, what's called, job, career path, or, like, you know, major you decide to choose. In the end, everything is like a game. It's like the free trial was like the elementary, middle school, and high school. But, like, yeah, the DLC is paid, man. And the thing is, they don't tell you this, but the actual, to win the game of life, it's pay to win. So, like, if you don't have that money, then your life is probably a bit rougher. Oh, man. And the only way to get, like, the best scenario to get the most bang out of your buck in life is to win the lotto. Because if you win the lotto, it's pay to win, and you can do absolutely anything. Like, when have they ever arrested a billionaire? Her excitement for... You weren't even sure what about this made her so excited. Maybe Tamarack thought change was fun, and she didn't care what changed. But no matter what that spark was, It couldn't be put out by anything. She'll bounce off her positivity. Yeah, great stuff is right around the corner, though maybe not having to go to class after that part. He got Tamarack to laugh with that, her hand squished into her cheeks in delight. I don't know, man. Like, as much as I like to be positive about school, like, you could accidentally get the debuffs, like bullying and stuff too. So like, you have to be careful, man. You know, I once read a bullying advertisement. Man, okay, so like, before I talk about the lotto again, like, I remember reading an advertisement to stop bullying, and the advertisement said like, oh, don't try to be different. Bullies will pick someone else. So, like, what kind of things are you telling the children? You should not be telling them, don't be different. You should be telling the bullies not to bully. Like, why are you making the victims be the ones to blame? But yeah, the lotto winners, like, that, you see, like, you have to be careful because a coin flip with your lotto winnings. So, it wouldn't be me. I need to get an accountant, and first I need to situate. Okay, so maybe like the first month is gonna be a shopping spree. But like, I also need to pay off my debts and stuff like that. But after paying off my debts and going on a little shopping spree, the next is to get an accountant to make sure I have enough money to live my life comfortably and never have to worry about like money in general. Like, I would like have like a stipend. Like, okay, every month I get X amount of money to spend, because you don't want to overspend, because if you overspend, you're gonna like waste all that money. And like, no, you have to get an accountant to like, you know, help you like decide, because I don't know, I even though I think I'm pretty good with money, you always have to be worried. And you also need to make investments, because just in case the economy goes badly and like inflation like hyperinflates or something, like you want to make some investments so you could also be making money by giving money, you know? But yeah, once you have that situated out, you can enjoy life. I don't know, you also have to be careful of people though, because like money changes people in general too. So like, you have to be careful not to tell too many people. You have to keep your identity a secret if you win and stuff like that, because people also get like threatened if they win a large amount of money. And when people are murdered, it tends to be someone they know. So you have to be very, very careful. Oh my god, if I did win the lotto, okay, so like first I would pay all my debt. Then I would buy, I would go to a buffet and eat a lot of yummy food. Actually, no, a restaurant, because the restaurant is going to it's like, restaurants tend to be more expensive, but better quality. And then I'm going to buy a better PC, and then I'm going to buy more assets and stuff like that. I'm just going to live out my dreams, probably going to go traveling. Like, I'm going to still stream, because I like streaming. Streaming is like a hobby. But like, probably gonna go traveling, do things, and stuff like that. Why can't I just win the lottery? How about you guys? What would you guys do if you won the lottery? Would you guys be responsible, or would you blow it all quickly? Yeah, I'm not hopeful as them, but I appreciate the thought. At least lunch should be good. We have to find some things. Yeah, lunch. I like the way you think. Somehow your own face lifted up and smile. You still had no idea what you were going to do at a new school in a whole new life, but not every piece of your world was terrible. You were able to push yourself to keep going. Yeah, like spend some of it and then the rest save. Because like... Because like, you don't want to spend too much, because you spend too much, you're kind of screwed. But like, save some, spend some, you know. Ah, yeah, that's good. Gifted subs and gotcha. Yes. You know, I always wanted to create like IP. Like, what if I made my own gotcha? And then that would be like my money source. If I make the gotcha, and people spend money on the gacha I made, and then it's like infinite money if people fall in love like gacha characters. But yeah, investments. Yeah, you have to be careful with investments because it's hard to predict, because the stock market is just like the stock market is basically gambling, but gambling for rich people. Like people with actual money. But yeah. The longer the walk went on, the more Tamarac's gaze was pulled to the forest's edge along the road instead of what was right in front of her. Her steps drifted unevenly. But you weren't the only one who noticed her focus. Hey, so it's kind of funny how you like the woods that much. It's the only nice place I've seen here so far. He said it in the plainest way possible, and the words still made Chill gasp hard enough to cough. Have you been places other than the forest? Yeah, lots. They're not good. I can't believe it. It's not that big of a deal. Hey, I don't like forests. Like, I don't like forests, to be honest. It's mean to say the woods are the only good place, Tamarack. One moment. Is the music getting too loud? Because, like, I'm singing, and, like, for some reason the music got, like, way more dramatic. Let me lower it a bit. Okay. Anyways, honestly, I don't like nature. I don't like forests. I don't like touching grass. But, like, both places can be good. Both different people like different things. Yeah. There's ways for a much constant investment. Yeah, like, I'm sure. Like, I'm sure there's safe things to invest, but yeah. No, I said I don't like forests, and I don't like nature. Like, horses are fine. They're horses. Horse is horse. But, like, I see, the music was too loud, that's why. The Uma's okay. The Uma's okay. Okay, like, my favorite Uma, like, I've never actually played Uma Musume. Like, Ari played it. And, like, Ari's favorite's, like, Silent Shizuka. She got a figure of it. But, like, mine is the one with glasses. And also, like, Gold Chi, too. But, like, that's the only ones I know. See, I don't even know the glasses person's name. Chill shook off the shock Tamarac's statement hit him with. He turned his cheek to the front. As he rolled his shoulder, he was winding up for a comeback. I guess I can give you one thing. There's a pretty special kind of fun that, in all of my years living here, you can only ever have out in these very woods. Nowhere else. Really? What is it? He'd cast a reel and Tamarack was hooked on it. She instantly became invested in whatever mystery Chiol had up his line. I'm not gonna tell you. Oh man. What? Tamarack shrieked in a tone. Guys, we're gonna be late. Come on. Tamarack shrieked in a tone so high it scared away a bird who was minding its own business in the tree above. It was hook, line, and sinker, yeah. Also, a thing is, like, in the first day of school, they usually don't count late because, like, people struggle to find where classes are. So, like, and you might go to the wrong class too. So they, at least in the school I did, if you're late, it was fine. But, like, the first day, the first week, it was okay. But, like, you better get that thing figured out later on because then they're gonna start counting it. The beat of its wings fluttering through the air matched Chio's giggling. He brought a hand to his chin and leveled a mischievous glance at Tamarack. One day you'll understand. Probably. And that was really it. He closed up his lips, folded his arms, and settled into not explaining for the rest of the walk. Oh my god, she's so cute. It's like, dang, I hate this guy. Tamarack couldn't accept that or couldn't get the hint. She pestered him with the passion in her words, getting stronger every time she repeated them. Tell me the thing. Tell me the special thing, Chio. Tell me the special thing. It was too funny, yeah. Bro, this is too funny, man. You can watch that all day. The combination of Tamarack's attempt to squeeze Chio for information, and the sneakers that escaped from Chio continued while you headed towards your goal. Down that road, some more over, a crosswalk past the main street, taking a turn at the corner. That was when the whitest building you'd seen so far came into view. There had been taller ones, because that one only had 2 floors, but there was a lot of those floors. North Anchors Elementary School. The name made sense. You'd wondered how many anchors it was. Dozens of kids were pouring out from a few different paths and mixing together under mixing under the front arches above the giant door. You gripped the straps of your backpack hard, crushing the threaded bands between your shaking fingers. Then you went through the door together. Chio and Tamarack stayed even closer to you than on the walk there. Inside was a long hall with different doors. Oh my god, look, it's a normal what's it called? Classroom. A normal school. Oh my gosh. Like my school it didn't really have multiple floors when I was in elementary. It was more flat based. And it had like a bunch of different buildings. So like, okay. Yeah, the area that was like the kindergarten area, the first grade area, it was like depending on what area your class was like, you know, that area. I mean, your grade. So, yeah. Oh my gosh, falling into first grade. All here today. Oh my gosh, this does feel like an American school. Okay, we got there. Uma, glasses, Biwa, Zeno, and Ikuno. I have no idea what you just said. I have no idea. I think they had like purple hair? Light purple hair? I don't know. So like I think they're like Meijiro? I don't know, man. I had no idea what you just said. If those are like horse names, I don't know. Inside was a long hall with different doors and a staircase on the side. It was shiny and dull, like it'd been cleaned so hard for so long it made everything else even more worn down than normal. It's so clean. It slips on the clean floor. Poster boards with a bunch of paper sheets tacked on the lined walls. Nobody was even looking at them. The messages they had might never have been read. The floors had a checkered tile pattern. Some of the kids around made sure to only walk on one of the colors and avoid the other. And it was loud. There was too much sound from the crowds. She doesn't? Okay, then I don't know who I'm talking about, man. Bro, I don't know. Like, all I know is they had glasses. They're kind of like purple pinkish. Or maybe they had brown hair. They kind of gave off like class president vibes. But I don't know. It's been so long. Like, Ari showed me all the horses. I'm like, I like this one. And that's pretty much it. And it was loud. There were too much sounds from the crowds for the whole to hold. It echoed around, which made it even louder. This place is your school now. Chio tapped her shoulder and pointed with his other hand. He figured that was his way to say you had to keep going without having to yell so you could hear. The three of you pressed past the other students, making sure you didn't get separated. Step by step, you climbed upwards and forwards. Autumn waved a hand towards the right door when you reached the top. What about breakfast? You arrived for the first day of class right on time. Yeah, no, they were like decent height, so it's probably Biwa. This does feel like, oh my gosh, this does feel like, what's it called? Like, oh my gosh, the little colored mat, the little, oh my god, the days, I mean the months, seasons. This does feel like an elementary school. This doesn't necessarily feel like a 5th grade. This feels like more like a 3rd or 4th grade classroom, honestly. But like, it's decent. Let's see. The little bit of cold you brought inside the school on the tip of your nose and over your cheeks had finally drifted off your face. It was nice and warm when you were into the room. If this Miss Murray has black hair, it's Jill's mom, man. Your brand new class, 5th grade room, 24, smelled like people hard at work. Cut construction paper, crayons, glue, anything could be made with that. There were tons of leaves stuck to the different colored walls, climbing around the windows, hanging from the shelves, and sneaking out from behind boards, where some of those things could be made. So like, in my school, when it was breakfast, like you go to the classroom and there would already be like breakfast on the side, and you just grab it and eat it at your desk, and like wait until like morning announcements and stuff, and then you would finish, and then you would actually start your day. Kids sat together in close groups. Desks were pushed up to make bigger tables. There was just one chair by itself, right at the front, or the back if the way was in In was the front door. Tarak took in a loud breath of waxy air. Wow, I thought it was gonna be ugly. She's too honest, man. Me too, but this is cool. It is ugly. Tarak, why would you think that? My school was better. It's good you were surprised, huh? Oh my god, wait, they have another round of Hage for answers. I guess not as bad as my last school. This looks like my old kindergarten classroom. Yeah, this looks younger. Yeah, I was thinking this looks like a younger classroom. Yeah. That was a good thing to Tamarack, you guess. It wasn't to you. Like, I'm smart. I'm in 5th grade. I know the months. I know the years. I know my times table and stuff. Like, I don't need, actually, wait, did I notice my time? I like times table drilling was like in 3rd grade. Like when we played Around the World and you had to do like answers of time multiplications, like I was too good, so they debuffed me and said like, oh, you can't say, the teacher's like, okay, you can say the answer, but you can't say like 24 or something, because I had the tendency to say the word before the answer. So they debuffed me, man, because the answer isn't 24, it's just 24. Autumn shrugged his backpack off to the floor. When it hit the ground, a puff of air came out, not totally zip-topped. Nothing in the place caught his eye, in a good way or a bad one. It was like nothing around him existed. Chio watched you and Tamarack look. He chuckled at the faces you both made. The classes look the same for every room in every grade every year. Oh, I see, to cut the budget, to like help the artists. Oh, it wasn't that he couldn't see what you did. It was that he'd already seen it 110 times or more. Chio knew school as well, as he knew everything else in Golden Grove. He kicked his backpack behind him to be up against the wall. Never glancing down, there was already a bunch of other bags there, sat one by one along the far side of the room. They were already completely hidden under a row of hooks that had coats and jackets and stuff cluttered over them in stockpiles. There weren't enough holders for all the layers people brought. You're pretty lucky. This is your first time here, but you're only gonna have to do it once. We're gonna graduate and go to a different school next year. We'll all be new kids then. He talked while he pulled his arms out of his jacket, and you'd always seen him wear so far. He tossed it on the top of a rounded lump of other coats with a hook somewhere below it all. Tarak waited and watched, and then she tugged at the end of her scarf to undo the knot it was wrapped in. She talked too. I told you this place was weird and it never changed. That made Chill piff at her. The sound was almost exactly like the noise his backpack made a minute ago. School is different than the entire town, Tamarack. Tamarack didn't... I find it funny how they always, like... We see their side profile a lot. Tamarack didn't say more words against that. She just got on her tippy toes to sling her untied scarf over Chio's jacket, building the mountain of stuff on the one little hook even higher. Chio shoved his bandana deep into one of his pockets and lifted up his other shoulder. You're right, that class is always the same. Seeing Autumn without his fluffy jacket, he looks so skinny. Like, the jacket, like, gave him some, like, how do I say, puff. But, like, bro, it was all jacket, man. Seeing Autumn without his fluffy jacket felt like seeing a lion without its mane. He folded his arms high across his chest and gazed upon you. What you were starting to get was his kingdom. He had all the pride of a lion, even without the jacket. Though Chio acted like that was it for getting ready. He hadn't taken his gloves off. Was he gonna wear those to class? Tamarack held tight to the strap of her bag. It for sure wasn't going with the rest of the packs. That meant she was definitely already done with the putting your stuff away part of getting to school. Tamarack's overalls were the most overclothes she had once the scarf was off. No coat or cool poncho or anything. The overalls were kind of short too. They didn't cover her whole legs. Her ankles had long socks and I can't see your guys' legs, and yellow rubber rain boots to keep them warm, but you had to wonder if she didn't feel the cold the same way most people did. You see, Tamarack is a little fairy, man. Is a little, what's called forest fairy, and that's why she doesn't feel cold in the seasons. No, I'm gonna... Screw you guys. I like my ribbon, so you left your stuff on. Oh my god, if you have black hair, you're gonna be Chill's mom. Okay, so like, okay. Good morning and welcome, students. You were just about caused a clothes avalanche with the way that voice coming from nowhere made you jump. What? I mean, I did not expect. Okay, so maybe I'm being racist. Let's see. I didn't expect. You know, people could marry. So maybe Chill takes more of. Wait, I'm confused now. I'm confused, man. In the open doorway was another new person for you to know. Her braids did match a few of the kids there, but she wasn't gonna be sitting in the desk with them. She was twice as tall as everyone else in the room. That had to be the teacher, Miss Murray. Her soft brown eyes looked down over you and your neighbors while she tapped a finger against her freckle-speckled face. The pattern of her skin was almost like stars if the sky was light at night and the stars were the darker part. Her rosy pink lips parted into a smile. She inclined her chin towards Chill. Nice to see you here, Mr. Chiolin. This will be a good year. Yeah, is this your mom? I honestly, I was expecting. Okay, I did not expect Chill's. Wait, is this? Am I just making assumptions, man? But I think we're good because I thought we're making the wrong assumptions, or like I don't know. It's like I don't want to say stepmom because it could be a stepmom thing, but it could also be like because like sometimes the children could like only look like one person, like you know, like one parent. But yeah, I think we're gonna save here. Because, I'm tired. I did not expect your mom. Am I? Is that even your mom? I don't know. I'm just making guesses at this point. But yeah, guys, I did not expect that at all for y'all. Yeah, I'm tired. Let's see who is online for us to raid, man. I hope you guys were having a lovely day. I did not expect that. I know, like when I say like maybe I'm too like because usually I think I know this kind of like not backwards thinking, but like okay, maybe it's kind of is backwards thinking because like people can be progressives and like usually I expect I don't know. Yeah, this will be very sparse. I'm gonna stream Friday, so no Tuesday, no Wednesday, no Thursday. We're streaming Friday and Saturday. Sorry, man. Like, I need to study. I have things to do. I need to take care. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. I really appreciate it. Let's see who we're gonna raid. I don't know who yet. But yeah, it's gonna be. I'm gonna have a schedule out. This what's it called? Like probably today, and you guys can see the schedule. But like, yeah. Who shall we raid into? I don't know who to raid. Like, okay. Like, there's this person I don't know. Okay. I don't know who this is. Like, I followed this person. Like, mostly people I don't really know that well. Oh wait, yeah, bro. I was just rated to Lakora, but then I see Tony already there. Tony. I'm sorry, that's funny. I was like, okay, you know, I don't remember this person. Their name was Lakora, and then I walk in and it's like, okay, let's see what they're playing. They're playing Pokemon, and I'm like, oh, Tony's already there. Yeah, let's go raid this person. Have I met this person? I don't know, man. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. I really appreciate it. And what do you mean you're not here? There, I see your I literally see you chatting. Bro. But yeah, I appreciate it, and may you guys have a wonderful day. We're gonna be rating Lakora. Bye bye. Oh, I see. I completely forgot then. But yeah, see you guys there. Bye bye.